Hi guys, I am David Reed and I'm here with Ryan Parrott.
Hello.
We're the writers of Revolution and the Revolution digital comic. Today we're going to talk about the creative process and some of our thinking behind Chapter 1 of the comic, and so hopefully it is informative for you.
Probably.
Ryan, take it away.
Take it away. That's great. So I guess we can start where this all came together. There was a fan movement called Relocate Revolution that started this all off. Hashtag, thank you. And that sort of got the ball rolling in regards to keeping a pulse on the show going. And eventually we couldn't ignore it anymore. And so the idea was to finish the story by doing a 4-chapter digital comic to wrap up the show. And so we got all the writers back together for one day back in the old writer room. And
it was insane.
Yeah, not fun. No, it was great. It was really great. It was a lot of fun to see everybody back again, and Tracy came in. It was awesome. So, and so we spent that day breaking the story, and it was all stuff from the original concept we had for season 3. And so that brings us into Chapter 1 of Revolution Endgame.
Yeah, and so when we started talking about this, the first question was, where is everybody? How long has it been? Where did people end up after the cliffhanger endings of season 2 of the show? We had some of our people in this kind of mysterious town of Bradbury and the creepy clown neon light, it was sort of acting as a flame for all of these moths to be attracted to.
Yeah.
And then the rest of our characters really were at war. And we wanted to really jump forward and show something on a scale that we couldn't necessarily show on the TV series. The stuff that Charlie and Miles and Monroe are doing is all what we had kind of assumed they would do over the summer hiatus. Had there been one before season 3, the idea was when we came back from season 3, the war between Texas and the Patriots would be over. The Patriots would have been soundly defeated. One of the images we talked about for the beginning of season 3 was actually being inside the White House and in the Oval Office as Charlie Matheson kicks in the door and essentially assassines the Patriot president.
Exactly. Yeah. I love that was like all over summer break. That's the way that we were pushing.
Exactly. Like all of the unproducible scope would have happened over the summer, but then we would catch up and show how in this world, just because you've defeated some of the bad guys doesn't mean things are gonna immediately get better.
Yeah, and then one of the larger stories that wanted to come back into play was Grace and the Nano, and catching up with Rachel and Aaron and Priscilla, what they were doing, because that was one of the larger strings that got left out of the season 2 at the end of season 2. So when we end up coming back with Chapter 1, we end up coming back with seeing Grace for the first time along, and she's obviously emaciated, but she has a chance to actually defeat the Nano by this virus that will hopefully erase it and potentially bring the power back on, which is the inciting incident that sort of starts off the entire Endgame story.
Yeah, and we had always talked about after season 2, the Nano was on its heels a little bit, not because it's been defeated, but because it sort of has to go back and question some of its goals. Because our characters had sort of proven to the Nano that humans are not as easily pushed around and controlled as it thought they would be. The story with Rachel and Aaron and Priscilla at the end of season 2 leads directly into some of the ideas in the comic book. The idea that you can kind of take control back from the Nano and also stop them from getting inside of everybody's head. So Yeah.
So that's this is Chapter 1, and I hope you guys like it, and we'll be back for the rest and finish it all off. Thanks.